Hi friends, I'm excited to be going back to France for a couple of weeks. I'm working on a project and I thought that I'm going to share with you my updated French makeup routine. And let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be my simplified fall makeup routine. And I'm going to be starting with, I've already done my skincare routine and I'm going to start with some hair oil. I'm going to use my Miss Dior hair oil, which I love. So I'm going to spray a few times in the palm of my hands, and I'm going to make sure to rub this between my hands really nice before applying it to my hair, because I want to avoid making my hair greasy. This is how I like to take care of my hair. I really love to use this oil in the lengths of my hair because it smells really nice and it adds some shine to my hair, but the key here is not to overdo it, not to apply a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that I am applying the oil and distributing the oil evenly through the length of my hair, not missing also the mid's because I have a quite thick hair and long. And this is like my special ritual after I do my skincare routine. The end of the summer is my favorite season because actually the top layers of my hair get this really beautiful golden sheen and it's very shiny in the sunshine. Not here in the studio lights, but in the sunshine it gets really shiny with this golden, beautiful golden colors on top. And then the next step before I start touching my face is going to be to wash I'm gonna pause the video and wash my hands because I don't want to transfer the hair oil onto my skin. Okay, I'm almost ready. I have my cup of coffee here and let me know in the comments, are you having coffee or tea? Because I think that when I watch YouTube videos, I usually have my cup of coffee or tea, depending on the time of the day. I'm starting with my sunscreen. I'm gonna make sure to write all of the products that I'm using in the description box. I have already done my skincare routine and I'm going to list my skincare, my current skincare. It's not changed. For those of you who already know me. So my sunscreen is going to be from Ultraviolet, the SPF 50. This is the Supreme Screen Hydrating Sunscreen. I like this one and I use it especially, like I did my skincare routine a few hours ago and my skin could use a little bit of moisture now. And this one is excellent for, it almost gives like a boost of freshness to my skin because I have been working and now I'm gonna go out. But this is the sunscreen that I'm taking with me in Paris. My skin might get a little bit red. This is because I'm touching it. I have sensitive skin, but don't worry about that. It's gonna calm right away. I'm gonna do my neck as well. I don't know who needs to hear this and who does that, but I do that. I'm gonna use usually a sunscreen with a white cast. I like this one for my under eye area. Why? Because most of the days I'm even going to skip my concealer. If I'm using a sunscreen that has, I already applied from the Ultraviolet, but I'm gonna use a little bit of this one as well. You know, this is something that I do. I shared this with my dermatologist. She was like, okay, as long as you're applying, you know, sunscreen, it's fine. But for me, it always kind of blurs a little bit under eye darkness, or at least this is what I imagine. And sometimes I would do that. Sometimes I would just stay with the Ultraviolet. This one is excellent, by the way. I'm gonna move on to my base and I'm using the Clarins Tinted Oleo Serum. I'm gonna use just like 3 drops, probably that's even too much. It is a little bit deeper than my skin, but somehow for now it kind of adapts to my skin. So I'm gonna make a few dots actually. And then I'm gonna use a brush to quickly but gently distribute this. I'm not paying attention here because I'm gonna blend it with a sponge. So I'm just quickly distributing this all over my face, and I actually used, probably I used 2 drops of this Tinted Oleo Serum. So I'm being very gentle, making sure not to move my sunscreen, but the ultraviolet sunscreen, it just melts into my skin immediately right away. And I don't worry that it works well with makeup, for me at least. And then I'm getting a sponge and I'm going to press the foundation into my skin. Just passing all over my face, and if I need some more, like here, I have a breakout. I'm just going to take with the sponge and apply a little bit more of the foundation. Now I want to look a little bit more well rested, and my hands are greasy because of the sunscreen now, and that's why I couldn't open it. I'm going to use my Guerlain. This is the Rejuvenating Illuminator, and I'm going to use it in the inner corners of my eyes. I did apply too much, but I'm going to blend it. That's okay. Just going to melt with my fingers and actually take away the excess. And I'm going to blend this right in the inner corners of my eyes to make myself look a little bit more awake. Then my secret weapon for bright under eyes, and this one is coming with me, is the Westman Atelier powder in Pink Bubble. I choose Pink Bubble specifically because it's brightening under the eyes. And I usually take this powder when I travel because it really helps to brighten the under eye area, to make it a little bit more youthful. So for me, this is for the splurge. And I'm actually going to get a new compact. Unfortunately, she doesn't have refills currently on these, but I have a few scratches because this powder is well traveled, and I have a few scratches on the compact, so I don't feel sorry that I have to repurchase a new compact, because either way, I was going to repurchase a compact. She offers, by the way, she offers little dust bags that are very cute, and I suggest you to use them when you're traveling because this can get scratched. Next, I'm using a little bit of gel wax to set my brows and put them in place because they are quite unruly and somehow are distracting me. I'm gonna fill in my brows a little bit later. They are quite big and rarely actually need some filling. For my cheeks, I'm going to be using a Westman Atelier in Inner Glow. This one doubles as a highlighter as well. Also, I can lightly contour my face if I want to, because this is like a very nice, you're gonna see now, it's like a very nice nude color, and I'm using some tapping motion. I could use a swiping motion. I avoid that because I don't want to move the sunscreen and the foundation, even though I have thin layers, and this is unlikely to happen, but I still prefer to use my fingers and just, you know, tap the product as much as I want to. Okay, so you can probably see that it gives me almost like as if I've applied already a highlighter. This one is going to look beautiful when I finish the look. Hopefully it's going to look beautiful, but I like it. The next step is going to be, I'm going to be very minimalistic with my eyes, and I just pulled out this old Clé de Peau eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use this peachy color here. It is almost like a nice peach, which I'm going to apply all over my eyelids. So I'm going to mix the top 2 colors. These are beautiful, and gonna actually explore a little bit. Oh yes, this is gonna be nice. Now my all-time favorite for very simplified makeup looks, this brush is a must-have. It's from Refra. It's number 33, and I'm gonna write it in the description box. So I'm taking first this color here, the peachy color. These Clé de Peau eyeshadow palettes are refillable, so I have to remove it from the case so that I'm going to be able to see the color, but they blend so easily. They were created by Benjamin Puckey, who is one of my favorite makeup artists. He knows how to create really this kind of makeup that works for people like me who don't want to spend too much time. So I'm just twisting the brush. On one side I have the deeper color here, the taupey shade, and on the other side I have the peachy shade, and I'm just twisting the brush. I like to focus more the peachy shade in the inner corner of my eyes, and then the taupe shade on the outer part of my eye, and this is just a few seconds makeup look. Now this eyeshadow palette is coming with me because it's so brilliant, and I'm gonna move on to a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna align my upper lash line with my favorite Westman Atelier eyeliner. This one is in brown. I never had issues with this eyeliner, so I'm not going back. It is the exact firmness that I want. I'm just going to I'm not worried to be too precise, because after that I can smudge it and I'm going to curl my eyelashes. So I only want to cheat that I have a little bit thicker lash line. I can't believe that I forgot about this eyeshadow palette. It's so brilliant. I can't believe that I haven't used it in such a long time. And now when I was getting ready for Paris, when I was packing everything, and I was thinking what kind of makeup products I want to have with me, because I usually pack light. And I was wondering, like, I need something that is very easy to use, very sophisticated, but at the same time something that is going to give me options. And I stumbled upon this eyeshadow palette. I found it and I was so happy. Next, I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and I'm using my favorite Refra eyelash curler. This one is perfect for straight lashes, and if you have similar eye shape like mine, this one is perfect. Moving on to mascara, I'm currently using the Givenchy L'Interdit mascara, which I like it, but it's not like my all-time favorite. And probably for Paris I have like a couple of travel size mascaras by Lancome, and I'm going to get probably the Idole mascara by Lancome. This is the one that I'm going to be packing with me just because of the small size. And I also have a couple of samples of Chanel's Les Volumes de Chanel, so probably I'm gonna go for Les Volumes de Chanel. Not really sure because I still haven't finished packing. So this is what we have for now, and next I'm going to fill in my brows. Finally, it was about time. I have quite thick brows, so I don't bother too much. Now we're moving on to my favorite part. This is going to be the lips. I should have applied lip balm in advance. So that was a big mistake, but usually my lips just didn't feel dry now. Normally I'm going to apply the lip balm, then do my whole face, and after that apply my lipstick, but anyways, it's better late than never. Anyway, so while I wait for the lip balm to do its job for a little while, I'm actually gonna go ahead and swatch this one for you, because this is coming with me in France, because I absolutely love it. This is one of my favorite products when I'm traveling. This is the Lip Suede from Westman Atelier, and this one is Les Rouges. I do not like the nudes. The nudes are a lot more sheer. These have a lot of pigment, a lot of color, and these are excellent. For some reason, the nudes are not exactly it's not my favorite, but this one is absolutely fabulous. It has 4 gorgeous colors, and my favorite one is this soft rose color, which is, I would call it like a neutral rose color. It's so flattering. You could use these on the go also on the cheeks as blush, but mostly they are advertised as a lip product, and you can mix and match the colors. My favorites are the fuchsia, and I love the rosy shade here, but the reds are also amazing, and you can change your lip color as many times as you like during the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the rosy shade. I'm using a concealer brush because that's what I have now, but you could use fingers. Okay, and this is what we have for now, and I could make it more sheer, the color, but that way it's going to be more long-lasting for me. but I could make the color more sheer, let's say not apply as much. My next step is going to be, I'm going to add a little bit of Dior's Color and Glow. Just a small amount because I want to warm up my skin. And I love this product a lot. I honestly do not think that I need more blush, but if you want, you could always apply a little bit more blush. And this is going to be my updated French makeup look for fall 2024. I think I might apply a little bit more of the blush and the highlighter. So I'm either going to take this one with me because it doubles as a highlighter and a blush, or the other option that I have is going to be, I'm going to take Dansante, this is from Dior, along with the Contour and Glow Duo, this one. So these two again are a beautiful combination. I would suggest these to people who have more oily skin, combination oily skin, because these are powders. And this one is cream, but it's a lot smaller. I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit more. So for my trip, I'm choosing two of my all-time favorite fragrances. Both of these fragrances for me symbolize Paris and France, and couldn't get more beautiful, especially for this time of the year. They're actually seasonless fragrances. So one of them is Miss Dior de Parfum. This is the creation of Francis Kurkdjian for Dior. It is a cute small 30 ml bottle, which is very suitable for traveling. And this one is a rich floral fragrance. It has a whisper of Miss Dior Cherie, but I have a full review of this fragrance in case you're interested. It's very modern, playful Miss Dior, with a little bit of, I would say, a very tender vintage vibe, vintage whisper from Miss Dior Cherie. And it's a beautiful fragrance. And then the other one, I could not wait for the fall season to wear this one, because this fragrance, it is seasonless, but it develops especially beautiful during the fall season. I think that the fall season represents this fragrance so well, and this is Coco Mademoiselle Intense, the Intense version. It's such a soft, sweet, ambery fragrance. It is much softer than the original Coco Mademoiselle Eau de Parfum. This one is probably my favorite version of Coco Mademoiselle, along with the L'Eau Privée, but L'Eau Privée is like a nighttime fragrance. It has musk instead of patchouli. This one has patchouli, but it has this very soft opening. It's softer, more round, more sophisticated, I would say, and less sharp compared to the Coco Mademoiselle Eau de Parfum. It's one of my all-time favorites, and this one lasts. It is long lasting. When I spray this one on my clothes and in my hair, I can feel it in the next day, and once it develops, it becomes so incredibly beautiful and sophisticated. So this one, I would say, is more playful. Miss Dior, they are very, very different, but this is what I usually love when I travel. I love to have different options, different fragrances. This one is pure sophistication, and this one is definitely more playful and more cheerful. So that was all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me for my updated French makeup routine for fall 2024. I hope everyone is enjoying this beautiful season, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.